I just want it to feel sweet and not intimidating. And
Yeah,
like you want to come in here and you want to bake cookies.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay, it is Christmas home tour time. We are at Lauren Tanner's again. We called this the European Cottage home tour, which fits her style. But today it is spruced up for Christmas. It is neutral Christmas dreams. And we're going to get all of her tips as we tour this stunning home. So, living room entry first. I knew it was going to be good because you gave us a little preview of your pictures last year. But Lauren, good gravy. You're good at Christmas.
Thank you. I just enjoy the season so much. I love fall. I just love the seasons. And, I just try to think of kind of outside of the box and kind of let the house speak to me. I know I say that a lot, but I kind of just feed off my colors and kind of what's inspiring me, like the warm tones. I love traditional, and I've done traditional in the past, but I'm just kind of on a neutral theme right now.
Yeah, well, I was wondering, so have you had this decor for a long time? Some people collect over time. Some people buy a lot new every year.
No, a lot of this is definitely collected. I've had, coming from a 4,400 square foot home, we had multiple levels and I had all kinds of different styles. And I treasure all the things that I pick up over the years. And so I try to incorporate all of that and just play with it. For example, this garland here was actually something that we sold at our warehouse sale, and I used it in the fall. Well, I thought I'm going to carry this into Christmas. Try to just take some of the velvets and the warm colors and just play with it. So no, it's not exactly the same every year, and I try to use what I already have.
So if people are wondering, we'll just explain. You have a warehouse sale. I've heard, I haven't been for the holidays, but I've heard it is Christmas Palooza, and there's so much fun Christmas stuff. You've seen the big box stores, they are entirely picked over, but you still have some really fun stuff.
Yes, one unique stuff.
That's what I was going to say, is one of the things that I love about your style, your home in general, is that you modern organic is like now the thing, right?
Yes.
But you've been doing it your whole life. It's like you have a lot of earthy and textiles. And where do you pick these things up? These reclaimed wood things and all these different things, just everywhere?
Just really everywhere. We'll be on a project, my husband being in construction, and we'll be on a project and we'll use some reclaimed beams on a ceiling. And, I'll pick up the leftover scraps or whatnot. And I just feel like bringing in, it's all about texture, really. It's layers and textures. You can be monochromatic and it not be boring as long as you have the layers of the textures and the warmth.
Okay, well, textures. Let's talk about the ribbon on the tree. We see people do like the more formal, and then we see people tie the little bows. What do you call your ribbon style?
Well, that is a Lauren Tanner design tree. I just took pieces and then I just kind of crisscrossed them. And that just felt right for the house.
It's perfect.
Different. And I love the little antique, the vintage angel at the top. That's something I've had for many, many years.
Yeah.
And it's just real special.
So when we went to TMKF home in McKinney, we toured her house last week and shared one of the things
One of my favorite homes,
by
the way. I love
so good.
her home. I love her. She's precious.
Well, y'all both do neutral Christmas. And so the trees are fun to look at, how different they are. But what I told her is it's so funny how that effortless look is actually, to me, I think the hardest look.
It is. For sure. Yeah.
Because it looked like you just took a water ribbon and you just shoved it. But it took strategy and time, and you probably shoved.
I did.
Shelby watched a YouTube video to do her bows and her ribbon on her tree this year.
And I was like cussing and like,
I love it. That's so cute. But yeah, you do. I just just did I wanted it to crisscross. I wanted it to be different. Just different. And to be able to see the words that says Merry Christmas. And I don't know. And I love bringing in check. Nobody would think to bring in brown or white check.
No.
And I love bringing in something that's a little different that most people wouldn't think to use.
Yeah.
It's okay to use brown. It's okay to use
Yeah.
gold, like more of your coppery colors, that you would see in the fall. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can transition that into your Christmas.
Exactly. Well, your entry. So I love this table because you had a lot of accents here last time. So you definitely have strategic white space. Like you don't have stuff everywhere, but where you do, you have these moments, these vignettes that feel very intentional and special. So tell us your tips to how to make this amazing look in our own homes.
Okay. Well, just take your favorite things, I recommend. And, if you notice, you've got different heights and balance.
Yeah.
It's really about, and the way the eye perceives the color. So you don't want to have it too heavy color on one end, too heavy. So I just kind of balance it and play with it. Truthfully, when I sit down to design, it's not comes to me instantly. I'll live with it for a little bit and then I'll play and I'll move tweak around and tweak. And it just sort of evolves. But one of my favorite, I don't know if you will be able to get a shot of that, but look at the tree in the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Not a happy accident.
yes.
Yeah.
So I do enjoy that.
Yeah.
And then I love, my husband bought that beautiful reclaim Hebrews 3:2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unaware.
Yeah.
And it just makes me think of the season about giving. And
I always ask, was that an angel?
that happens to you,
Well, do you ever think you ever have?
I do.
Yeah.
I really do.
That's fun. Should we do a series on who we suspect could have been an angel?
I definitely believe I have encountered for sure 1,000%. And my daughter for sure has too.
That's cool.
So I'll have to tell you that story sometime. It's really amazing.
So cool. Are we moving into the kitchen area now?
We're moving. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. So the breakfast nook, we went on and on our last tour because it's these arch cabinets and how it goes into the kitchen. It's one of my favorite rooms because I don't feel like you see this in many houses, like the flow of the space.
Well, you are seeing the dining table between the family and the kitchen area, the family room, the kitchen area in the more open spaces. But the round table, it's usually a long farm table. And the way that, again, we've said that you made the cabinets, I mean, that was just a great out of the box because everything feels dedicated.
Yep.
So how did you do that?
Well, that was exactly what I was going a dedicated space because I'm working with a small space.
Yes.
So trying to take this house was a total remodel. It was just 1,200 square feet now to 2,700 square feet. But I wanted it to feel open and cozy. And again, this will be my daughter's house. So I was thinking about, down the longevity, the longevity of it and how this space will be used. And I just wanted to feel like it's gathered, like we're all together, no matter what. I appreciate spaces that are separated too. I love all, but with the footprint that I was working with, I felt like this was definitely the most inviting. Yeah, and I needed cabinets. And so, this will be my little dining area / kitchen because, you can put buffet along here, you can have crock pots there. You can, move it all around. So,
yeah. But getting back to the Christmas, what I was going to say about your dough bowls and all wood, manner of wood things is that you fill them with the most unexpected, unimaginable little vignettes.
Is your concept just shove it in a dough bowl?
Shove it in a dough bowl? I just think everything looks better on a tray, whether it be a silver tray, a wood tray, everything's better on a tray.
Yep.
That's one thing I do in my client's house. I always tell them, even if it's just your keys, your wallet on a tray, everything's better on a tray. But like that is an old brick mold. And
wow.
And I love bringing in the wood and the different colors. And I just said I'm going to fill it with my little bottle brush trees. And
so cute. It is definitely my favorite Christmas thing in the house. Normally, I don't have a favorite Christmas thing because I love all Christmas. But when I walked in, I thought, how can I get that in my purse on the way out the door?
appreciate that.
So cute. But I'll go home and make one.
I appreciate that. That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Because these are new spaces for me to decorate. And so I was like, what am I going to do? So I just started grabbing all my old stuff and just started playing with it. And that's how it turned out. So I appreciate that.
So you say go ahead and use what you've got and just reimagine it.
Yes,
is what you've done. Because you came from the big house and now you're here and you've just reimagined everything.
All those little bottle brush trees in my other house were in big jars, and I'd have snow and, it was a little snow scenery in my jars. And, I don't have space for all those jars now. We do up here. I put one up there. But other than that, so I thought that I really did think that was kind of cute.
Yeah.
You can take simple little things and make it beautiful. Really, these are old things. A lot of this is old and I've had for years. Just pull it out and try to reimagine what you can do with that old piece,
Well, speaking of simple spaces that you could make beautiful for the holidays, your pantry.
I do have fun with that pantry. My husband was a little annoyed with me because he's like, if you didn't have to put that old hutch in there, we could have so much more space in there. But I said, then where will I put all my Ray Dunn collection? I better have a place for all my Ray Dunn and my fun things. Again, these are the things that bring me joy. I love seasonal items. And I know it's small and trivial, but it brings me happiness and joy. And I'm so thankful that God blesses me and I'm able to thank him every day for the blessings that I have. I'm just so blessed, because God wants us to be full of joy. Yeah. And if those little things, simple things make me happy, why not surround yourself with a little bit of joy and happiness?
Yes. And it makes me happy to see like secondary spaces. The primary spaces are beautiful, but those little quaint little pantries or laundry rooms or your little powder bath, those spaces brought life, with Christmas is just absolutely amazing. I just don't know how you find the time. So do you decorate in the middle of the night?
I will tell you I'm up at 2 and 3 in the morning. But, sometimes we can't be creative and we can't think when there's noise. Yeah. So sometimes I do my best work just sitting by the fire reading the magazine. And I'll look over and go, that needs a little something. What kind of love can we put there? What kind of little sparkle of joy can we bring to that space? Yeah. And so it's not like you just have this instantaneous moment that we're going to do this. It really evolves. So don't be hard on yourself. Don't be hard on yourself when you're starting it. You might sit back, look at it, reflect. Don't think you've got to get it done in 24 hours. Let it evolve.
Well, and I did want to mention, I have, everyone says Instagram and Pinterest. I think magazines are making a comeback. And I think that's probably why you're a creative genius, because you get your inspiration. Like there's something about paper.
So nothing can replace that. I save all my magazines. If you look, I've got magazines. I'll go through them. My husband's like, these are 10 years old. And I'm like, they're still relevant.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing how relevant they are, Oh, yeah. And I just enjoy looking through them. It just, it's yummy.
Yes. Okay, comment if you are a magazine reader or online only. I feel like we have a biased community because clearly you're watching a video on YouTube. But I have been flipping through magazines and getting my best ideas most recently. So, kitchen. I love your kitchen so much. I mean, everything about it is dreamy, but I love also that your Christmas is simple. I can see that there's still function. It's not like every load of counter space is taken. So tell us about your Christmas decorating in here.
With this being, we've only been here a couple of years, so this has definitely kind of evolved. I still made everything accessible, but I really wanted to make it feel like the little gingerbread, the little molds, and just again bringing the old, the ironstone, the silver, the brass all together, and just sweetness. I just want it to feel sweet and not intimidating, and like you want to come in here and you want to bake cookies.
I do.
Yeah. I'm like that's what I want. I want people to feel like we could just get our baking sheets and bake cookies.
Yeah,
this is cookies.
And the unconventional is also a part of the kitchen, and just a big ceramic bowl with a boucle tree, a giant boucle tree. I had to go touch it. You know how I'm touchy-feely, y'all. Nativity, tell us about your unconventional use of a nativity in the kitchen.
In the kitchen, I wanted it to show up.
Yeah.
I wanted it to show up. People are going to be in the kitchen because that's the real reason of the season. And I know it seems odd. Like people probably would have thought I would have put it there. Or there, but I love it in the kitchen. I do
too.
I just think it's so sweet. And
So good.
I love it.
Yes. Have you had that nativity for a long time?
That I've had the nativity set, but the white box, the barn, is a few years old.
So is this a brand, a certain?
No, it's I've mixed them. So if you find, it didn't go together. I created that. So if you find, you can have your husband cut out a wooden box, and put a star on there, and reclaimed wood, and then just collect the little pieces. Like I love that little set, but it didn't even come with that. And then just kind of putting the hay, the straw to make it feel.
That's so cute. So good. Okay, are you ready to go to the primary bedroom?
Let's do it.
Okay, so we were just talking about in this room, this tree is dedicated to kid ornaments and sentimental things. We've done this before. We toured our friend Monica Amick's house, and she literally has color pages from her son when he was like 4 or something, and somehow she makes this look aesthetic. Because most of the time, kids' homemade things are not the most aesthetic decor piece, but you have made this work with tinsel.
To me, this tree is priceless. I know probably not the most beautiful tree, but it is every travel we've taken, every souvenir, we pick up an ornament.
Yeah.
Right. The year the kids learn to snowboard, to ski, whatever it is. And then some years we just buy what they're into that year. Like my son was really into guitar, so we have a guitar. My daughter loves pretzels, so the big pretzel, just silly stuff. But at my other house, the tree was a 9-foot tree, and it was just covered in like Christopher Radko and all mixed in with all of the children's handmade ornaments through the years.
And it was cohesive.
It was very cohesive.
Yeah.
It's actually my favorite tree in the house.
Yes.
This one, not so much because it's much smaller. It's white. It was a white tree. I think the other tree looked much better, but it means something to me.
Yeah.
And so, but the tinsel to me just would make everything reflect. I kind of went a little overboard on this because the tree I wasn't as crazy about. I've got to get a better tree, but here again, using what I have and making the best of it.
Okay, so you have more Christmas throughout your room. These vignettes are just things that I want to take in to try to implement in my own home. I think that maybe that is where I'm failing, is I'm not using trays enough.
Right.
Tiered trays.
Through trays.
Trays there. I mean, it just literally makes like something as simple as a candle on a little dish elevated. And
But what about a whole dough bowl of candle at the most ginormous?
It smells so good.
Smells so good. Can you buy that for me for Christmas?
Sure. Do you have any tips to share along the lines of decorating your bedroom for Christmas?
Well, I really didn't have a style. This is really just kind of leftover items and just like, oh, this would look cute here. Oh, this would look good there. And, like that big bowl there, I just kind of put ornaments I didn't want to keep in a box somewhere, and I just filled them in the bowl, And so I've got a little bit of straw in there and just some pretty little things sticking out because I just hate for them to be sitting in a box somewhere. So I said, might as well pull it out and just fill a bowl full of pretty things. Like you could literally just get a bowl and fill it with, old vintage ornaments or, just things you love and enjoy.
One of the things I appreciate about you is things feeling lived in. Like, you don't want everything just pristine. Like you've just thrown a wreath in a little basket over here.
It's the effortless look.
Effortless and lived in. And
but can I tell you the truth about that basket? That wreath, that was me decorating and had the stuff not for sure where I was going to put it, and I just was rushed, and I just.
But that's real.
That's real life. Yes.
You were wrapping for real when we got here.
Yes,
and you did that in your office as well. You just left your gift wrapped out, and it actually looks like style.
Yes.
Like you did that.
Yeah, I just tossed it in there, and I'll eventually go through it and try to put the things. But if I don't, it's okay too. It's okay.
Looks great.
Also wanted to mention that you continued Christmas even into your closet.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't go look how cute and organized. Even if we didn't talk about the Christmas, I'd have to share your closet because it is so. Do you live like that or just because we're here?
Well, no, I keep the closet organized. Now, I may have a few clothes. Actually, I didn't know y'all were going to do the closet, so I've got some stuff sitting out there on there that I'll review. But oh well, y'all get to see real world here.
Oh, that is not real.
Yeah,
That
I
looks
think the ironing board is still laying out, and
The reason I started walking that way is because last time I started opening your cupboards, you know, if you say yes to a tour, you just got to know. We're going to investigate, like, what's going on. I opened the cupboards, and the woman lives, you really live like that. It's perfectly styled. And
right, I really do try. Not that there's days that aren't messy, and especially when you've been in the hospital for a week and you come home and you've got paperwork, hospital all that stuff. You just kind of like, I'm just going to stick it here. But at least if that space is so organized, you can go and get it. You can find it. You know where it's at,
Yeah.
So until you can get to it. So
Yeah, and it makes you happy. You said it just gives you joy to be able to open up a cabinet and it be styled. and
everything
cute.
should be. Why shouldn't everything be beautiful?
Exactly.
Make simple, beautiful. God is not of chaos either.
Right.
So they would love to keep us in, the enemy would love to keep us in constant chaos, and
Yeah.
God is not of chaos. So
No.
the more organized we can be, and I know it's hard. It's hard. I only have one child living at home, a dog and a husband, but
The husband.
No.
Yeah.
Actually, my husband's
You've
very,
told me
my
that.
husband's very neat. So
You've
I'm
told me that.
blessed there.
Yeah.
But he said I made him that way. Like he wasn't that way. That
Yeah.
that he liked the way he felt when he came home, and it's like,
So you've created a month.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
My husband's the same. He really likes order now and things to be beautiful. And before he wasn't bougie at all. He's a mechanic.
Yeah,
I was a bougie mechanic.
yeah. I love that. I love it. That's so sweet.
the last thing I do want to share is the outside, both the back and the front. When we pulled up to the front, your gas lantern was flickering and the lights. It was so sweet. Do you do your outside like that every year?
Well, last year I did color because I like the outside to match the inside. So the first year we did all white, and I guess with the white, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it, and my daughter has always wanted colored lights. So I thought, why not? We'll just do the color. And I think with this little cottage, the color is cute.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to get over that the outside didn't match the inside. That took me a little bit, really bothered me. My girlfriend was like, next year, the inside of your house is going to be all color. And I didn't. So, and it's okay. So I've learned to it's okay if the outside doesn't match the inside. So
Exactly.
yeah.
And we're so glad that the Lord is also a healer and you're here and you let us come in after you had such a crazy week last week. And we, again, are so thankful to be a part of your home and your life and your beautiful holiday season and Christmas and all the things. So,
Our blessings.
yeah, blessings.
Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. For sure.
And how can people find you?
And they can go to, I have 2 websites, my interior design, which my handler on Instagram is Lauren Tanner 35, and that's CNL Interior Design and Construction. And then ELC Curated Home shares about our once a month warehouse sale. So
Okay.
Yeah. And it's the price.
yes, please follow us.
The prices are amazing. So even if you're looking to invest in a sofa, coffee table, dining table, like the prices that you're seeing there, you will not. I mean, we even we were shopping for a client, and our design discount wasn't as deep as what we could pay for at the warehouse.
You're literally getting the designer pricing. So
Yeah.
and so you're not going to beat the price anywhere. No. So
Right.
it's high-end furniture, a lot of one-of-a-kind pieces as well to mix in, but you're truly getting value, and you're getting, what designers pay when they go to market. You're actually getting it for that price. So
And Lauren has it staged and styled like she has her home. So if you're looking even for inspiration,
I'm just grateful. I felt like during the pandemic, the frustration of not being able to touch, feel, sofa, whatever, and to be able to come to a place and be able to take it home with you that day. That's the other positive.
Yeah.
You see it, it's there, you can take it with you that day.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
Great.
awesome.
Right.
Okay, so if you want more Christmas inspiration, I will link our Christmas playlist here. Make sure that you like,
Subscribe.
and have a wonderful day. Bye.